Welcome to Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lost Ghost Diary. It's another free VN. Apparently a collection of short horror stories. That's good enough for me. And it's the month of October where spooky, scary things happen. So of course we're gonna take a look at this. Let's just go then.
Да что вы за пионеры, если товарища спасти не можете?
Oh yeah, it's Russian by the way, the original one.
Оно приближается! Снова этот кошмар. Столько времени прошло, а до сих пор снится тот лагерь. И Слава, и остальные. Раз за разом во сне я переживаю тот день, но не могу изменить ничего. Теперь не засну до утра. Тонькины записки. Помню, как она носилась по всему лагерю, выспрашивая новые страшилки. Если бы я знала, что эта тетрадь может спасти нас. Среди обычных страшилок Тоня написала целый рассказ. Даже меня туда засунула, правда, под другим именем. Студеным январским вечером в санатории-пансионате собралась пестрая компания.
10 p.m. X Hotel. Everything is ready, girls. Calm down. Your name is Lisa. I'd rather read a book in my room. Let's go, Ola. Please. Fine. Yay! Looks like someone dressed up tonight. It's none of your business, Sasha. Why don't you ask Lisa why she has put on so much makeup? She always does. But you... whatever. Go light the candles. You got it. Boss. I'll go get more candy. Way to go, sweet tooth. Sweet taste builds sweet character. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna lose track of all these characters really soon. Kids are kids. Hey, Sasha, isn't it bedtime for her already? Not yet. Just let her stick around for a while. Alright, girls, let's... Ah! Blast. We got company. Who's there? It's us. Who's us? It's Theopia and I. Open up, Vera. It's freezing out here. Vera? I've asked them to come, right? It's gonna be more fun that way. Vera! Idiot! Vera, dear, you should have warned us. Oh, this place is so cool. Even if a fireplace. Hi, kiddos. These are Stars and Steopia. We play sports together. Steopia, quit standing around and say hi. 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 It's your fault. Were there not enough rooms in the hotel for you meatheads? No big deal. There was a paper mistake, so we were forced to go along with your group. Take your coats off, boys. Vera, why did they come? Take it easy, Sasha. I'll rip their heads off if they mess up. But now the ritual won't work. How come? No boys allowed. I should have known. Come on, think of something. I'm out of here. Oh yeah, please stay with us. Stas, sit here. Steopia, start a fire. Should I? Of course. Cool. Hey Stas, what kind of sports you are into? We do sambo. You should watch us sparring sometime. It's even more exciting than karate. Embarrassed, are we? Let me introduce you to my friends. This is Lisa. My full name is Elisaveta, but I'm used to being called Lisa. Hi. This is Sasha. She's our class president. Don't let her look confuse you. She's tough but friendly. Vera, dear, you are way talkative tonight. Pleased to meet you, Stas. So am I. And that's Ola over there. She's the quiet type. That dress fits you, Ola. Of course it fits me. It's my dress. Okay. And that's Natsya by her. Is that how you say it? Nastya. Nastya. Isn't it your bedtime yet, Nastya? Nope. Are you in love with Vera, Stas? Am I what? Hehehe. Fire started. Quit fooling around and sit down already. Sit with me, Stepa. Me and... Hey, what's going on? Hehehe. We were going to summon the Queen of Spades, but we are not supposed to do that until midnight. Queen of Spades? Hold on, you told me you were going to tell fortunes. Feel like telling scary stories, guys? Why not? Awesome, I know a good one. Wow. Who's going to start? How about you, Lisa? Are you ready? Always ready. The story is about the Black Veil. I've already heard that one. No, that was another one. And don't interrupt me, please. Begin. Let's see. Okay. Horror Story Collection. Black Bedsheet. Okay. This story is about the Black Veil. I've heard it from a boy who heard it from a girl who was in the camp where it happened. So, this story is true. There was a girl in the camp. Her name was Yenna. She was tall, slim, with a braid down to her heels. Her skin was soft, the lips were red like corals, and the eyes were big and shining like forest lakes on a summer's day. A real knockout. The entire half of the camp boys were into her. Even some camp leaders, but they were nothing to her. Yenna only used them while they were happy to satisfy every single whim of hers. Some of the boys even fought for her. She had been reported eventually, but the teachers put wool over her eyes for her. It only took her one guilty face to make a clean getaway. And that was it. No one would say a word. She changed boyfriends like socks, but some of them got lucky to me. Ah, you got me. What? I didn't. Shush, runt. Also, there was a couple in the camp. They were so deeply in love that they couldn't live apart. Every spare moment they had, they spent together. When the belle had found out about them, she was looking to steal the boyfriend. But she was waiting for the right moment. And it just so happened to be a dance party in the camp. Yenna was dressed in a satin dress as dark as a moonless night and high heels. She decorated her braids with scarlet bow. Everyone made way for her. All the boys wanted to dance with her, but she was way out of their league. The time of Ladies' Choice dance had come, and she asked him for the dance. And then she seduced him. He couldn't resist her, so Yenna snatched him up. But his girlfriend followed them, and then she found them, well, you got me. I didn't. Making out. Ew. Shut up, you all. That's how it was. The next morning, camp leaders were counting children and found 2 of them missing. The 2 were the girl and her boyfriend. They were looking for them, and they found the boy lying in a valley with his bones broken as if he was grasped with a gigantic hand. And the girl was found too, hung on a tree. There was a note under the tree, but what it was written in it was kept a secret. Chaos reigned in the camp. Neither the police, nor the ambulance, nor the fire department could make any sense of what happened. But I thought... Ouch! Stop hitting me, Vera! Shut up already. What happened to the pretty girl? Ouch! Shh! And then children were disappearing. They were found in the forest, dead. Either suffocated to death or with their bones broken. Just the way it happened to the boy. Another strange thing was that before the children died, just like the boy, they made... Lisa! You got it, didn't you? The camp leaders were on the watch every night, but children kept on disappearing right from their beds. Scared parents began taking their children back home. The principal had a heart attack. Moreover, the rest of the children stayed up all night, hoping to catch the murderer. When the clock counted 12, they saw a window swinging open as the black veil flew in through it. It grabbed the sleeping kid, tied him up, and took him outside. Everything had happened so fast that only one boy managed to hit the veil with a stick. After the stolen boy was found dead next morning, the eldest camp leader confessed about what was in the note. There was a curse written in it. The seaside girl cursed the entire camp, but no one believed the curse was real, although they should have. The girl turned out to be a gypsy. The camp leaders had examined the children, and they found a huge bruise on Yenna's hand. Then they searched her clothes and found Yenna wrapped into the black veil. They beat her to death right away and incinerated her body in a huge fire. No one ever went missing again. Ever since then, locals believe that from time to time, there is a pretty girl in black coming to a dance party, attempting to steal some girl's boyfriend. And if she succeeds, the boy is never to be found. I would go out with the black veil. What a moron. Who's next? My turn, my turn. Of course. I am gonna tell you the story about the red thief. Ooh. Here is our second story. Again? You tell it all the time. Because the story is legit. Aunt Zena had been in the camp, and she saw it with her own eyes. If you had already heard it, why don't you go to bed, huh? Tell it, Natya. Me and Stars have never heard it. It happened a long, long time ago when Auntie Zena was a small girl studying in a primary school. It happened. One summer she went to a camp which was far, far away from home. And one of those days something terrifying happened there. Someone had stolen all the food from the camp. Every single bit of it, including breadcrumbs. The principal went out to get food at the local city at once, which was far, far away from the camp, while children were left with no food for the rest of the day. Those who had brought some food had to share it with their roommates, but most of them had nothing to eat at all, so they drank more water in order to fill their stomachs. Imagine how big the line to the restroom was. Having no food for a day, child's play. Easier said than done. Don't interrupt her, keep going, Natya. And so Auntie Zena had to go number 1, where all the restrooms were occupied. She headed to nearby bushes. After she sat down, she heard a weird noise, like a dog was chewing on a bone. She sneaked up to the bushes and saw a girl eating something. Auntie Zena shouted to the girl. As the girl turned around, she saw that the girl had... the red thief! It turned out that the girl had found a pack of cranberry jelly and wanted to have it all to herself in the bushes. Her nickname was the Red Thief till the end of the camp. And who stole the food? I don't know. Auntie Zena had never told. Nice job, Natya. Quite a scary tale. Who's next? I am. But I must warn you, the story is so scary that I couldn't sleep for a whole month after I heard it. What a wimp. The story is about the Black Hand. The very same. Precisely. My classmate was there. He saw the Black Hand. And he wouldn't lie about that. 2 years ago, my friend David went to a camp. Only the A students from all over the country could be in the camp. David? Yes, David Schnepson. Do you know him? No, why didn't you go there? I didn't want to. Not worth much, I see. What? So, the camp was surrounded by a tall fence. Guards were on watch 24/7. No intruder had a chance to get inside. The adults keep watching outnumbered the children. And all of a sudden, things started going missing in the camp. It was small at first. Badges, candies, pens and crayons. No one cared because it was normal to not return things amongst geniuses. But then money, books, even clothes were disappearing. Only then they realized that there was a thief or maybe a band of thieves working in the camp. For not only children had been robbed, but adults as well. Guards had been trying to catch the thieves at first, but once they failed, they called the police. The police had been staying in the camp for a week, setting up traps, interrogating the staff, but to no avail. Meanwhile, the stealing continued. One day, guys from the troop had found a way to review the perp. They secretly rigged up a TV camera and set it up in their room. No one else knew it was there. They placed a wallet in front of the camera, hid in the next room and watched the wallet through the TV. They had been waiting for a long time and got tired of keeping watch. They got interrupted and missed the moment when the wallet was stolen. It had been there just a moment ago. The next night they installed a recorder in the room with the camera. In the morning, they placed a video game instead of the wallet and got back to their activities. In the evening, the video game was gone. The recording they watched showed them a black hand appearing from nowhere, taking the game and vanishing into the air. The guys ran out looking for adults, leaving one of them to guard the camera. But once the police came back along with the guys, the recording was gone, The camera was broken, and the boy was dead, with black fingerprints all over his neck. The police didn't believe the boys, suspecting them as the murderers. The boys were arrested and driven to separate rooms, but the next morning they were found dead, with the black fingerprints on their necks as well. The entire police department had been assembled in the camp. Scared parents were taking their children back home, while those kids who stayed tried not to be alone. The stealing didn't stop. Now it was furniture, chairs, shelves, even couches. The Black Hand had gone mad and it was stealing everything. When a girl went missing, 3 of her friends from a chemist's club got up to take their revenge on the Black Hand. They built a bomb, planted it in a drawer, and asked David to install a detonator so it would trigger as the drawer opened. There was nothing to it. All he had to do was... whatever. What was next? In a couple of days, they heard an underground explosion somewhere around the camp. Excavators had been brought. They dug through and found an abandoned bomb shelter stuffed with the stolen things. And in the middle of the explosion, they found a piece of some equipment and a boy's body torn apart with the explosion. Identification was hardly possible. His hand was black with paint. The body parts were taken away by the military, as well as the equipment. They promised that no one would ever tell a thing. Ah! What? My candies are gone. The Black Hand took them. Relax, Nastia. You ate them yourself or you were listening. Really? I didn't see that coming. Boy, you are noisy. Fine, now you're going to listen to... Hold it, it's all our turn now. How come? Really, how? Because we don't have any more candy. Does it have something to do with candy? Ignorance is bliss. Begin, Oya. Forest light. Okay. There is an abandoned pioneer camp deep in the nearby forest, fenced with a barbed wire, rotten by time. It used to be the biggest camp in the area until a mind-bending thing had happened there, so the people fenced the camp with a couple lines of the wire and forgot about the camp forever. However, I found a camp leader's diary in our library. I wonder, why was I the first one who found it? I shouldn't tell what is written in it, but I can't resist telling you. It's gonna make me insane if I don't. Hands off! But this one is so spooky. Then why don't you give Steelbear a hug? He is already getting it. Come to us, Stas. I can hug the both of you. Sure thing. I mean, no, I feel fine here. Hehehe. Suit yourself. The diary belonged to Oksana, the leader of the first troop. The record says everything was alright for the first half of the camp. Children were having a good time, falling in love and breaking apart. Oksana herself had fallen in love with a camp leader of the 3rd squad, but the feelings weren't mutual. Half the diary is full of poems about her one-way love and sketches of the one she was into. But it changes in the second half. Just listen. Ola takes out a book with a rabbit sticker and drawn flowers on it. The 20th of July, the terrible heat continues. Anton asked me to take his squad to the lake before I take mine, and I couldn't refuse. Man, is he handsome when he smiles. My squad wasn't happy though, but I let them go off an hour past curfew. The 21st of July, we have a situation. Dasha Statseva had been missing since the morning. Her stuff is in place, and Katya told me she saw Dasha last night, going to the bathroom. We found Dasha. She fell into the old well behind the warehouse. To my surprise, she was safe and sound when we took her out. Lucky girl. On the other hand, she hasn't said a word ever since. I hope she'll be fine. She must rest in the infirmary. Iradia Pavlova called Dasha's parents a lot, but no one answered. During the lineup, Anton lectured me on how to look for the children. I was about to burst into tears. Why is he being so rude to me? The 22nd of July, Petrovic and the guys from the 5th squad built a huge cover for the well. Now it's finally safe. Dasha is not speaking yet, just lying in her bed, silent. Maria Potanova spoon feeds her. I'm probably screwing up on the names. Radia Pavlova lets no one out of the camp, including Anton, whose grandmother passed away yesterday. The 23rd of July, We are going to see Dasha today. We made a wonderful bouquet for her and a card with our best wishes written on it. Something is wrong with Anton. He had a quarrel with the principal this morning. The rest of it was written with a different hand. All of a sudden, I felt like I was out of my body, watching myself from a different viewpoint. I hear a blunt slam after he pushed me right into the well. It doesn't hurt though. But I feel sad. A green bright spot in the sky reflects in the puddle of the bottom, and I see it coming. A shooting star, I think. I should make a wish. The spot shines even brighter. The green sparkle is closing in on me with the speed of sound. It stings me and casts me back into my body. Now it's the two of us in the body, me and the star. The pain is back and my neighbor doesn't like it. The little green sparkle starts beating the way my heart does. It is growing inside my body, filling every single cell as if it was an empty vase. The vase is all cracked, however. The green light is getting loose through it. The star bangs in anger and the rifts on my body fade away like snow under the sunshine. I feel good, so I curl into a ball right in the humid, stinky hole. Too bad I can't see my companion. I can only feel it burning in my chest. The star wants me to get out of the pit, but I don't care. The only thing I want is oblivion. The star is not going to give in. It's thrashing around inside and I pity it. It warmed me at first, but just a moment ago it moved up to my shoulder out of the sunken part of my body. Poor thing, how unlucky it got. I can't stand. I see a small shard of sky above me. Now it's being blocked by some figure. And now it's not. This flickering annoys me, so I close my eyes. I feel someone taking me up, awakening old memories I am hiding from. All this happened to someone but me, while I was just being a spectator. The show is about to end and now it's a fireball instead of the tiny star, growing bigger inside me. It is not a friendly companion any longer, but a gruesome warden watching over me. He forces me to eat, causing pain in the stomach. He forces me to go to the bathroom, stinging my feet. The rest of the time it lets me rest obliviously. The fireball is not growing bigger anymore. Now it is training my body to follow its commands instead, and I do as he commands willingly, otherwise the fire will burn me out. All I need right now is a little bit of rest. Right now the fire bends down my neck. A nurse comes in. She drops her tray with plates on it, so porridge and blueberries scatter all over the floor. The fire flashes up as I see a beam of green light striking Maria Potanova. The nurse comes out while the beam is tracing her. I took a look at the flies gathering around the porridge as long as my companion is playing with his new toy. The entire council enters my ward. The camp leader along with a girl from my squad carefully go around the mess, whispering. I see both Oksana's pitiful face and the fear seizing the others. They look at me as if I am an exponent of Kunstkamera. Their words are full of false sympathy. Their presence disgusts me. The keen rays of green pierce into their heads, swift and silent. Then they go out of the room, kicking the shattered plates and trampling the blueberries. The flies are back again for their feast. Dong! One of the trays scattered around with a melodic jingle. Right away, the peacefully dreaming fireball had woken up. He throws me off the bed. I go out of the infirmary, unable to resist its pressure. But I don't want to. Dozens and hundreds of rays are following me along the way, right to the targets only they can know as I follow the way my star shows me. We slowly make our way around the camp, while the green rays fill the air with their shine. Ding, 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 dong. All of a sudden, the rays are breaking apart, which is so spectacular and beautiful that as I stop to look at it, the fire is of no interest to me anymore. I look at the world around me, illuminated by the emerald light. Alas, their number is running out. It's about a dozen of them now. The fire grows wilder, I burn out and am reborn from the ashes, only to burn out again. I am the phoenix, my clothes have already turned into dust, my walk leaves only smoking footprints and charred grass behind. I come to the gates and I see him. He lies scratching the ground, trying to escape the camp. The beam that connects us is barely pulsing, about to scatter. I come closer and wait. Now it's finally gone, leaving nothing but green sparkles on the floor as he freezes. The flame pushes me ahead, but I am not in a hurry to leave. Why me? What have I done to you? What did I do wrong? I ask the dead body, but it is not about to answer. The pressure is getting unbearable, so I leave. I try crying, but the tears are fading fast as they leave my eyes. Whispering its goodbye to you, the last beam shattered. I stop in the middle of the alley leading to the square. I want to lie down, but the firestorm keeps pushing me ahead. We approach the Pioneer Hornblower statue, then to the Peddler Girl. Finally, the gigantic monument of Lenin gets my attention. I stretch my hand to it as a fiery gush of light is absorbed by the statue. I follow the path to the woods out of camp, leaving only dead people and the glowing monument of the chief behind. The only thing I kept are this diary and a little star deep down in my heart. That's it. Boring. Oh yeah, how did you manage to read in the darkness? Throws the diary and stuff. It's empty. Lisa puts her hands on Stilpia's waist. Sasha puts a rose bedsheet under Natsia's head. Asleep already? Yep, if only your stories were more interesting, you would make a fine writer, but your tales kill us with boredom. Finally, it's time for a real scary story, not one of your knockoffs. Prepare to tremble with fear, for now you will hear about the red eyes.